So if you need a virtual friend who will give you a word in season, or just something that will make you chew on or make you feel inspired to work on the thing that you love to do and walk in your purpose, then I am your girl. And once again, I have something special for you today. Okay, so boom, I had to think of a topic of what to talk about today because we're in the holidays time. So many different things are happening in my world, personally, at work, all the things. And I'm like, Lord, what am I going to share? I have a lot of things on my heart and a lot of things on my mind. And at the same time, I don't want to bleed on people as I am actively in the process of healing in certain areas. The holidays was a little more triggering for me and more emotional for me than it has been in a number of years, grieving just the loss of my granny, being a transplant, meaning I moved from Florida to Tulsa, and so not having a lot of family around. And so I really felt all the feels this year. And recently there was a death of someone in my church community, and it really impacted me, and it made me think about how oftentimes we say we don't miss things until they're gone, or we don't value things until they're gone. And I believe this ties into the word that the Lord gave me today as I was resting. That word is, as you can tell from the title, is water your own garden. Okay, water your own garden. It is so important in this time to till your ground, to take care and cultivate what God has given you personally. And I know we've heard that proverbial saying a lot: till your own ground, mind your own business, water your own garden. But I am going to share some practical ways you can water your own garden in this season. Alrighty, number one, look at the seeds that you have been given. Okay, in order to have a garden, you have to have seeds that you put into the ground so that you can water it. It has some sunshine, it has some soil, and then it grows and produces a harvest of fruits, vegetables, herbs, whatever it is that you have planted. And it's important in this season that you assess what resources, gifts, talents, abilities, people, relationships that the Lord has given you in this season, because in order to water your own garden, you have to really know what and who you are taking care of. And oftentimes I think that we get caught up in looking at the who's doing what over here, what they're doing in the celebrity world, in the whatever social media feeds. You're seeing so many things that are happening that causes you to take your eyes off of what you actually have in your hands. And in this season, it's important for you to look at, hey, what do I have? Let me step back and say, wait a minute. God has given me this voice. He's given me these children. He's given me an amazing spouse. He's given me a beautiful friendships. Whatever it is, I need to stop and assess what I'm actually trying to cultivate in this season, because I will never get a harvest if I never know what I'm actually planting in the ground and what the Lord has given me to steward in this season. So number one, I want you to assess the seeds that you have and even look at your current ecosystem. And that is where the Lord has placed you in this season. You're not where you used to be. You are where you are right now. So if God has placed you in this place for such a time as this, look at your entire life and say, man, this is a list of what God has given me to tend and to till and to steward and to water. I'm going to take note of that instead of focusing on all the other things around me and other people's gardens and lands. I'm going to look at my own life. Number two, when it comes to watering your own garden, after you've looked at the seed that you've been given, the cards that you have been dealt, you want to now look at what can I grow with what I've been given. Okay? I love the parable of the talents where the owner left a couple people to steward some talents, right? One got one got two, one got five. And the expectation was that they brought back a harvest, that they doubled it, that they did something with what they were giving in the meantime. And that is what God is asking us to do. He's like, hey, I've placed you in this situation around these particular people with this particular skill set. What are you going to do with it? I need you to grow something with what I have given you. I need you to multiply it. I need you to subdue what he told us in the garden originally. It still stands today. And so with that being said, you have to take an assessment of, okay, these are the skill sets and the talents that the Lord has given me. These are the relationships. This is the marriage. This is the friendship that the Lord has given me. What am I growing, and what can I do to cultivate this thing to make it as healthy as possible? And I think one of the mistakes that we make oftentimes is we're so focused on what somebody else is doing, where you didn't get invited, or where you're not, or where you thought you were supposed to be but you're not, that you forget that you are in this particular place and you can bloom where you've been planted, that you can grow something beautiful right where you are. But you're the owner of that. As someone who has taken time to literally cultivate seed, I have literally tried to grow potatoes, corn. Was it corn? No, it was potatoes, carrots, I think. I'm not sure. Y'all tried to grow a number of things. The one thing that I actually was able to harvest was some red potatoes, which is beautiful. But I say all this to say is that if you don't do your job of watering, of fertilizing the soil, you will not get the harvest. And so there are places that you want to go in your career. There are places and visions that you have of where you could be with your spouse and how your marriage could be, or what you have plans for your children and all the things. And I guarantee you, they will not happen if you don't cultivate them. It just won't. It literally will not happen. So once you take an assessment of what you have, next I want you to look at how can you grow what you've been given. Alrighty, y'all. So number 3 is a little bit different from 1 and 2. 1 and 2 is really you taking an assessment of what you have and what you can do so that you can water your own garden. And it's really as simple as that. But this third one is more so a warning, okay? So if you continue to water other people's garden, meaning you're so quick to run and help other friends or external family members or people at your job and not cultivating your own things, or you're so busy building the visions of so many people around you when the Lord gave you something to build and you have not put your hand towards it. What happens when you start only watering other people's garden? They are not obligated to share their fruit with you. And I want you to really sit on that. They are not obligated to share their crops with you, to share their blessings with you. All the hard work that you put in watering someone else's garden, they have no obligation to give you anything in return. So what does that mean? You must water your own garden, because when you do that, you get to eat the fruit of your labor. And sometimes we're laboring to be in these other places, in these other spaces that are not literally going to edify us. We think that they are, and then we find out, whoa, that did not give what I thought it was gonna give at all, by any means necessary. And I believe the Lord is just telling us to mind our own business. Look at what he's given us. Be appreciative and grateful for the life that he's given us, and really cultivate that from there. It doesn't mean ignore other people around you. It means if God has placed really good quality people who love you, it's reciprocated, it's there. Love those people back. Don't start chasing other crowds because you think that they're going to notice you and they could possibly give you an opportunity or all these different things. Literally love on the people who love you back. Love on the people that the Lord has brought into your world, into your ecosystem, and you know it was God. You know it was God. Take care of those people. Take care of the opportunities that the Lord has given you versus constantly chasing a thing that you think is going to be the next big break. And God is like, I gave you all these things, steward it, and steward it now, and steward it well. So I pray this is an encouragement to you. Maybe it helps you to focus a little bit more. Maybe it was a warning for you. Maybe it was like the correction that I needed to get my eyes off of everything else other than the Lord and what he has given me in this season. And yes, if this was an encouragement to you, why don't you subscribe to my channel, share this with a friend, and I look forward to sharing more with you. If you have a particular topic that you may need encouragement on, I would love to hear that in the comment sections. But until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.